Hi peoples, my name is Jeff and I am a tester and moderator for the Total Fall the Samurai mod for Shogun 2, and today we are going to be looking at the latest alpha release for the game, which is, just let me check a moment. It is Alpha 24. At this point, the first campaign elements have been made and we will be testing those. So currently the only nation that's actually working is France, playing at normal difficulty, short campaign, and doesn't really matter all too much. So at this point in time, the main focus of the alpha build is going to be to test campaign elements and scripts for well, one thing we can't get rid of is the original intro cutscene and the intro camera movement. So here we are. This is the campaign map. We are currently playing with campaign map fog turned on. This is also the version that will be released to the general YouTube population, but there are going to be test versions without the fog turned on, so that's going to be something we have. And we have a couple of border armies here. This one is one unit of Lancer Cavalry,
there will be the opportunity to select useful skills,
a couple units of Legionnaires, and a 6-pounder field gun, and we will be moving those to the town here. Let's see, do we have any more armies currently available?
A character, a settlement, in addition to
we
skills
have
gained through experience. In addition to skills, modern buildings and
no idea how to actually turn off the head visor. It's something that will just pop up, but here we have a closer look at what the actual settlements look like on the map.
Troops can be stationed inside.
This is going to be a city with a fortress, which will get you like 4 build slots right from the get-go, having you choose between cottage industry, a chapel, cannon range, a cadet school, which will allow you to recruit the tier 1 units for the French, the tier 1 skirmishers, and the tier 1 fusiliers in both summer and winter dress. And it will also increase the global unit capacity for infantry by 1. Oh no, that's I know, sorry, I read that wrong. This is still just recruitment capacity, my bad. But we are planning to have a unit cap based on the amount of military buildings you have, so you just, if you're like a minor nation, like one of the Spanish rebels, you won't be able to just spam out the giant army right from the get-go, as you just don't have the unit caps. This is something mainly inspired by Master of Strategy, but we still like to make some like adaptations to it. Then we have a fencing camp, which will generally just give you more recruitment capacity, and this one allows for the recruitment of assassins, but there will probably also be a added function to this one that will increase unit stats upon recruitment. And then we have the inn, which is just the normal inn functions of raising public happiness, and in this occasion allowing us to recruit a courtesan, which replaces the geisha as an agent. Here we have the farm buildings, which are straight up imported from Napoleon Total War.
And other agricultural buildings.
Farms, we have telegraph office, which we can upgrade into a railway station, but that is bloody expensive, just like it would have been in real life. And that is practically all for the close overview. Like, we have a mine over here. So, as practically every single nation within this mod,
This tab lists all the
you
provinces
start
currently
off
controlled
with
by our clan.
crazily bad public morale. Or public order. Like, your public order is shite. So is your income.
The finance panel gathers together.
You don't, like, this is not a lot of money. Like, you are going to be receiving this in the hope of trying to alleviate some of the negative public order, which, if you just go like too far, is
This panel shows statistical
still at
information about
-1,
the
so
selected
you
province.
will have to globally exempt all of your towns from taxes, as otherwise they're going to be rebelling, and that is something I think is already in place, that the French rebels are the Bourbon, or the what are they called again? I think they're the Bourbon French. I'm not sure, so
An
I am actually
ungarrisoned
just going
settlement
to
automatically generates units to defend. All armies and fleets have a zone. In order to construct a proposal,
so let's just give it a couple of turns and let everything rebel, and we are going to be going into a agreement with the Carlist Spanish, as they
in
are the
addition to the advice
ones we would historically team up with. And then we come to the welcome page. Just a general overlook of who has participated in the creation of the mod and where you can get more information. So we'll go for another turn, and
map
that should...
displays the diplomatic
Normal Spain wants a
relationship
trade agreement
between
with
the
us for a
selected
single
clan
payment.
and other clans.
Let's just go for that. Like, yeah, give us more per turn income.
The Boshin War is a time for clans to decide where their loyalties lie.
This is not the Boshin War, lady. This is the Carlist War.
You have just selected a character.
And as you can see, we have French royalist rebels that want to reinstate the French royalty, and they're going to be spawning with Fusiliers, which come in units of 210. While our Legion only comes in units of 150. There will be a trade-off scene with the elite units, that they come in way smaller sizes. And I am going to be building a cadet school, a cannon range. Let's see. I am going to get some more food and some more food.
There are
And
three
from this
ways to
province
move
we
an
are
army
going
forward.
to try and stage our recapture of all our territory, as we also just have regular French rebels, which come with levy infantry. That are, as you can see from the stats, really bad. Like 15 reload skill, 10 accuracy. Like 1 charge bonus, 1 melee defense, 3 melee attack, and 4 morale. Like, and they also only come in units of 98. So depending on which town they attack, like this town has 1 levy infantry and 1 armed citizenry, like they'll be able to take that one. But they'll probably not be able to take this one, which comes with 3 levy infantry and 2 armed citizenry. So let's just progress and see what happens. Probably have a lot of battles to lose.
It is possible for a clan
Like this
to
one.
field 2 armies of 20
They actually
units
get
for
a
battle,
bigger unit of levies.
entering the battlefield in the same way.
Yeah, battle maps have not been done yet in this version, so that's something that will be coming up, but we can at least take a look at the units in here. If it wants to load, come on Shogun 2. I know you're loading off of a hard drive, but you can do better. I really should get a second SSD for games. Well, add that onto the list of stuff I need to buy.
Keep still.
The enemy will try to either sneak past.
For now, like, camera zoom has been enabled. You can practically zoom out till the maximum distance here, and this is the levy infantry. It's a bunch of peasants with guns.
Orders understood.
We will
Following orders.
put you on here, and as you can see,
We are ready to defend, sir. At the double. At the double.
like, I feel that that's kind of a bug. Like, they shouldn't be displaying like this, but
At the double.
yeah, that
Moving out.
we are experiencing some minor bugs. I'll have these reported through to Izzy to get them sorted out, but orders, like just changing the unit's aura and positions to blue to match Napoleon better. So let's just go and take a look at the enemy units. They're also bringing a unit of levy infantry, as well as a unit of fusiliers who are speaking French. And a couple more units of fusiliers over here. Fusiliers come with a standard bearer, a drummer, and a flutist, as well as a regimental officer, which is going to be the case for most French units. So let's just speed up a bit, so we can get into a bit of a firefight here, and maybe kill like 12 of them. If I can get 10 kills with the levy infantry, I'm going to be happy. Of course, they are taken from the site where they have the hillless cover, so going to have to skip up a bit more. Like, the AI doesn't really have to do a lot to win this one. Like, I only have like 98 men over here, and they're practically the second worst unit of infantry in the game. Only the armed citizenry is worse, but from what I remember, they also come in larger unit sizes. We have begun to fire. We have an accuracy stat of 10.
Sir, stand aside now. There's a good gentleman.
And we have killed like 3 of them already. We're doing good. Oh, make that 4. We've killed 4. Oh, it's mainly the tower, isn't it? Yeah, it is mainly the tower. Like, these guys have killed 1 person. 2 person. 2. Oh, 3 people now. But yeah, they can win a shooting match. They can win a melee match. They're just, this is just a bit to show off the units how to resolve all the other ones. So you can just see the bullet spread, the general inaccuracy of the units. Like, we've killed 4 with the infantry so far. This just comes to show how bad muskets at the time were, as well as the just general non-training of these units. Like the first 2 tiers of infantry will mainly be using flintlock muskets, then going into percussion cap muskets, and finally into percussion cap rifling. Percussion cap rifles. Like, I find it weird that the AI is just not stopping to shoot. Mainly, it realizes that these units are way better going to be way more useful in melee.
Ready for orders.
So I'm going to pull these guys and have them form up near the Tenshu. And see if we can get a couple more volleys out before we are completely overrun. That appears to be too late already. So we are going to be sending these guys into melee. Because now the Fusiliers are joining in. And Fusiliers just have way higher melee stats. Going to give you a bit of action here, like these lefty infantry are just going to get slaughtered by the French royalist Fusiliers. And like 20 of them left. They did get up to 52 kills, which is kind of respectable for how bad they actually are, but most of those were against these levy infantry, so... Only 6 left. Let's just skip this ahead a bit, and... That's the last one dead. Decisive defeat. And again, if I was actually playing to win this, I would disable taxes on all of my regions just to not have these rebellions spawn. But just as a showcase for the mod, I am letting all of them spawn, and we'll see how far we can actually get. So in total, we killed 53 of them, and 90 of them died, including tower kills.
If a general is killed in battle whilst units or ships are routing, they will become shattered. There are many new technologies to be researched that will bring
province
our
lost,
foes
province
closer to
lost.
victory.
Army crushed. And we have become acclaimed. And even more rebellions. Let's see, where is that battle we just lost? Here. These have now reinstated the Kingdom of France.
Buildings that have been damaged.
So this is now so they have now actually
The clan management
not here now. Let's see diplomacy. They now have actually spawned the Kingdom of France with the monarchy back in power. Well, we are... no, wait. this is before the French Revolution, if I remember, or after. I can never remember. I think it's after. That royalist France is back. So let's see. Still 2 more turns left on the construction. Like, faction arises, Kingdom of France. Also encounter them.
This tab gathers together.
So let's just go for another turn. Another one we're just auto resolve. Same here. Same here. Again. And again. And again.
The capture of territory increases our clan's fame across Japan. However, an increase in fame brings with it a new title for the daimyo.
So now it's finally spring. And, like, Spain should be... I don't know. Spain is actually happy. The AI is actually managing their public order quite well. So we now have a happy Spain. And a France that is on fire. And now we also just have the normal French rebels over here. So we did lose a supply of iron, and we're currently making 2 a turn. We do have quite a high army upkeep. I think it's best we are going to start using these guys. Well, not the cannon. I can't move them far enough. Let's just move them over here. Like, these guys are still going to be happy. Because we have a garrison of 1 over here, and it's also spring now. With that being said, I am going to look to start actually building up our economy. So let's see. Yeah, let's get better farms over here in VAR. And currently exempt you from taxes.
Repression is the enforcement of your rule by
You're not
the
happy.
presence of garrison
And
troops.
not being happy
Great
cost
hits
me
in the
a
public
shit ton of
section
money
is
a turn. That's 75 less town value per turn. Just because they're not happy.
The population is influenced by a variety of different
So
contributors.
just already turning off taxes in these 2 regions, yes, it is going to start costing me money, but it's going to start increasing the value of these 2 towns by a considerable amount per turn. So let's just end the turn over here. Going to lose a couple more towns. Which is kind of to be expected, and now we are actually hemorrhaging quite a bit of money, so...
Each clan is allowed 1 line each.
I am not going to be attacking
Both
those people.
armies and agents can use railways. To move to a station.
Nope. Not attacking them.
Agents are recruited directly
See, now we
from
can
a
actually
province
recruit
via
units.
the
We can get
recruitment
skirmishers
tab
for
on the review
900.
panel.
You can see their stats
Recruitment
over
is
here.
instant, but cost may vary depending on the number of factors,
Oh no, these are...
such as the presence of certain
And we can get
buildings.
Fusiliers as
land,
well with
or
these
character
stats, and
traits.
skirmishers with these stats. We can also get them in winter dress, but those are only available once you're in autumn. And they also get bonuses when fighting in the winter and autumn. So they actually do have a purpose, while these ones are going to be more, well, these ones are going to be able to be recruited straight up. These ones are which you're going to need if you're actually planning on doing anything in the winter or autumn months.
Units can be recruited directly.
So we might just have a battle over here where our legionnaires and lancers are going to go up against this blob of fusiliers if the royalists decide to attack. Oh, they don't.
Coastal defenses are gun
Let's
batteries
just go
positioned
and look
next
for
to
a
the king
town
to
with
prevent enemy fleets
less
from
heavy
landing an
defenses.
army in the province.
Like,
the firing
these should have
range
decent.
of the defenses is graphically represented on the map, and an enemy
Or like,
fleet ending
will I be able to
will
win?
suffer attrition.
Can I win against those fusiliers? That's going to be the question. Like, let's just.
It is possible to increase the defensive capabilities of
That's
the
a big
castle
rebel
by
army.
upgrading its tower defenses. In battle, towers
I am just
fire
going to continue that
automatically,
siege,
but
and
can also be selected and this panel
they have
shows
2
you
generals,
information
a couple of
about an
fusiliers,
allied,
and 2 levy infantry
neutral,
over here.
or enemy character.
So let's just end the turn. And they're going to be attacking, so we'll probably lose this one, but it's going to be a nice battle to close out the video, which has already been going on for 26 minutes. And they're also attacking us, so we'll have the defender's advantage, and we do actually have a unit of very good cavalry to use, and cavalry, especially early game against AI, is going to be crucial. They are practically going to be the units that will win you battles, as both melee stats and just general shooting ability of tier 1 infantry is just very bad. So just charging them from the back is going to be a very, very useful tactic. Oh, I already figured out the bug from last time. It seems that my push to talk screws with the unit placement. So let's see, where are we going to set up? What is good to... I'm going to set up over here. I'm going to get my legion to entrench themselves over here. And get them into a bit of formation here, just so I can get them to deploy stakes all around and then see what I can do with my cavalry.
We are ready to defend, sir.
So I'm going to put out stakes, which function just like the regular in-game stakes, but with how powerful cavalry is, especially early on, stakes are going to be a vital part of any formation, especially when on the defense. Seems like the terrain did screw up a bit of the stake placement, but this should still be good enough for what we need. I'm just going to farm up behind those stakes and wait for the enemy to engage, while we try to keep our cavalry hidden in the back. Just redeploying my legionnaires a little bit here. firing starts, the unit of legionnaires opening up on... what unit are they firing at? Oh, it's
Sir,
probably
I
these
fear your general
levy
is in
infantry.
mortal peril, sir.
So we have not taken any losses yet, and we are starting to get some kills in. Let's see what these Fusiliers are going to be doing. Meanwhile, I'm going to start shuffling my cavalry. Oh, they are firing with their Fusiliers now, so that's probably where we are going to start taking some losses. Here we can see our Voltigeur of the Legion next to our Grenadier of the Legion, and finally our Legionary Fusiliers, whom are now taking fire. It seems that they are planning to go into melee with these two units, which is fine by me, as Legion have a way higher melee stat than regular infantry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a military cadence, and I am going to charge with my Voltigeur. So French on French violence, slamming into these two units and immediately raking up those kills. In the meantime, I'm going to strike this unit of Levy infantry with my lancers. As you can see, these Legion have already gotten up to 100, almost 120 kills. They're just going ham against these Fusiliers. And we can here see the impact of this cavalry charge into this unit, but that's not going very well. They're taking way too many casualties over there. So I'm going to be redeploying these cav. Meanwhile, we are beating the shit out of these two units of French infantry and general. We're starting to take some casualties. Still going to be a minute till we can get a military cadence going again. Let's see, second attempt for a Lancer charge. See if this one actually goes better. In all honesty, Lancers are extremely good anti-cavalry. I don't know how good they actually are in anti-infantry purposes. They are taking a good bit of losses. And it's not doing a whole lot to the enemy. I'm going to commit a second unit of Legion to this melee. Because this one is starting to take some big losses. They are tired. We can get another military cadence going, which will get them back up to fresh. Unit of Legionnaires slamming in here is going to completely rout these units. And just general should be going very shortly. Which we are going to look to fall back into formation. And just speed up time a bit. As one by one their units will probably be running out of ammunition somewhat soon.
Sir.
Are they going to kill a general? Come on, just kill him. Yeah, this unit of Levy infantry is gone.
Good news, sir. The enemy general is dead.
Is another general dead? That's another unit of Fusiliers are going to be moving in. Both of these are military cadence, and then we're going to be charging in with the cavalry from the rear, which should rout that unit.
Your victory is close, sir.
Here they come with another unit. Get these guys ready. Military cadence, get them to charge. To get the cavalry, you go after the citizenry, which will just break, and that's actually going to be a victory for us. Just comes to show how much better elite infantry is to regular line infantry, but these will also be very hard to acquire in the campaign itself, just because of the chain of buildings you need to actually have a recruitment pool for them. At least from what I've been understanding. But that's probably where we're going to be leaving it off for this session. Probably going to come back to this. Hopefully we can actually crawl out of the dirt here. But probably not. I will probably have to restart the campaign, in which we are able to keep hold of a lot more provinces than we currently do. Or I will go and show a France in which we have actually built up the economy. For now, that's all we're going to be showing here. Again, if there are questions raised by this video, then just don't be afraid to ask them. Either ping me in the Discord, which I'll be linking below, or anyone on the modding team, and we will provide you with an answer as soon as possible. So thank you all for watching, and I'll hopefully be seeing you guys next time.